I am rich. Speak to yourself. You have a lot of money. Written and published by Rich Audiobooks. Say it now, out loud, not in your head, not whispered. Say it with breath, with weight, with presence. I am rich. Feel what moves in your body when those words touch the air. Maybe it's a flutter in your chest. Maybe it's a tightening in your stomach. Maybe it feels like a sin, or a lie, or a threat. Your nervous system might flinch, conditioned by years of silence, shame, and smallness. But I'm here to tell you, that sound you just released, that sentence you just spoke, it is sacred, it is safe, it is the truth waking up in your cells. Chapter 1. I am rich. And it's safe to say so. You were never meant to be broke, to scrape by, to apologize for your desires. You were born radiant, royal, and whole. Money is not separate from you. Wealth is not outside of you. It lives in you, quiet but constant, waiting for permission to rise. And what gives your wealth permission to speak? Your voice, your declaration. Not someday, now. Speak it into this moment like it's already done, because energetically, it is. The world has trained you to be humble in a way that meant shrink, to be realistic in a way that meant forget. You were handed blueprints built for survival, not abundance. And still, a seed within you kept whispering, this can't be all. And it's not. The universe is abundant. Your breath is proof. The sun's endless rise is proof. And your desire for more, not from greed, but from truth, is holy evidence that you were made for overflow. Say it. I am rich, and it is safe for me to be rich. It is safe for me to feel rich. It is safe for me to speak wealth without flinching, to own my abundance without disclaimers, without guilt, without muting it down to make others comfortable. It is safe for me to be seen as powerful, to be known as someone who has, because when I have, I give. When I overflow, I expand others. My wealth does not subtract from anyone else's. It adds. It ignites. It becomes inspiration in motion. Right here, this moment becomes a turning point, if you let it. This is not a wishful thought. This is a claiming, a remembering. You're not reaching for something outside of yourself. You're allowing the inner truth to finally speak. You see, rich is not about money first. It's an energy, a way of being, a frequency you tune into with your words, your breath, your posture, your life. And every time you say, I am rich, you tune the channel. You align. You expand neural pathways that were never built with limitation in mind. You speak as though it is, and your subconscious begins to agree. When your subconscious agrees, your actions align. When your actions align, your environment starts to respond. You become magnetic. Opportunities stir. Ideas arrive. Money flows in channels you didn't even know existed. This is not fantasy. This is frequency. Words build the current. Repetition builds the belief. And belief builds the tangible. So we say it again. With more ease this time. With more knowing. I am rich. Yes, I am. In every cell. In every breath. I am rich in possibility. In provision. In proof. I am already being paid. I am already supported. I am already living in the realm of more than enough. And every time I open my mouth and speak this truth, my reality gets clearer, louder, more vivid. You don't have to shout it from rooftops, unless you want to, but you must stop whispering to yourself that you're broke, unlucky, or barely scraping by. Those words cast spells too, and you've had enough practice with those. This is about new speech for a new self. Say it and become it. Say it and stabilize in it. Say it as if your future self already knows how this story ends, dripping in riches, blessed beyond logic, unapologetically abundant. Say it with all the softness of security. Say it with all the strength of royalty. Say it until your nervous system sighs in relief and says, yes, this is who I've always been beneath the noise. I am rich, and I am safe here. I am wealthy, and I am worthy of it all. This is not ego, this is essence. Now, let the journey begin. Not from the place of someday, but from right here, this breath, this sentence, this new identity taking form beneath your skin. I am rich, I am safe, I am allowed. Chapter 2. I am wealthy because I say I am. Wealth starts in the word. Before it fills your bank, before it flows into your home, before it shows up on the paper, it begins with what you say. You do not wait for evidence. You do not hang your power on permission from the outside world. You are the voice. You are the creator. You are the source of the signal. Wealth listens to identity, and identity lives in the tongue. Say it now. I am wealthy. Say it like the truth already lives in your bones. Say it like you've remembered who you've always been. Say it without needing to explain yourself to anyone, not even you. The truth, after all, is not something you earn. It's something you claim. There is a bold kind of magic in your voice, and you've only used a fraction of it. Most of your life, you were trained to speak what they taught you to see. I can't afford that. I'm broke right now. Money doesn't grow on trees. But that was not your voice. That was programming. That was someone else's fear trying to live through you. The moment you choose to override it with a sentence so sharp, so clear, so rich in frequency that it cuts through the static, that is the moment everything begins to shift. Speak with authority now. I am wealthy not because I waited for proof, but because I gave myself permission to decide. Wealth does not wait to be proven to you. It waits to be allowed by you. Your declaration is the door. Your word is the invitation. Your vibration is the key that turns the lock. When you say, I am wealthy, dimensions rearrange, energy speeds up, circumstances bend to match conviction. It might not happen instantly on the surface, but reality has already heard you. It has already begun collecting all the components to bring your words into form. You are not speaking empty wishes into the air. You are charging the atmosphere with code, divine instructions, spiritual architecture, invisible scaffolding being built with every I am. There is no more powerful truth than the one you dare to speak before it looks real. So say it often, say it loud, whisper it while you walk, chant it until your nervous system believes you. I am wealthy. Even now, especially now, because my identity is not waiting for numbers to approve me. It is grounded in a decision. Wealth is not something outside of you. It was wired into your being the moment you were born. The moment you arrived, you were enough. You were worthy. You were rich in value, in energy, in unimaginable potential. The only thing that needed to change was your remembrance. And now, through your voice, remembrance becomes reality. You are not hoping anymore. You are not asking the world for favor. You are announcing your truth. This is the version of you who no longer negotiates with fear. This is the version of you who no longer explains her dream in a whisper. This is the version of you whose voice echoes in abundance and whose words bring form to the unseen. You were not placed here to chase, to beg, to struggle. You were placed here to declare, and the universe can only reflect what you have the courage to speak. I am wealthy. Not in theory, not in the far-off future, in identity, in presence, in vibration. Every breath I take affirms it. Every step I walk radiates it. Even the spaces that once felt empty are now filled with overflowing intention. I bless every room I enter with the wealth I already carry. I am not chasing abundance. I am being it. I am not waiting for a miracle. I am realizing that I am the miracle. The one who decides, the one who speaks, the one who shifts everything the moment her voice rises in truth. Repeat after yourself, right here in this moment. I am wealthy because I say I am. My words are not small. My declarations are not silly. I am not faking anything. I am remembering everything. And the more I speak this truth, the louder it becomes. The more I align to who I choose to be. I am remembering the sound of my wealth. I am tuning into the frequency that is always available. I am not performing for the world anymore. I am performing miracles with my mouth. I do not need evidence to declare. I am the evidence that words become flesh. Say it one more time, even if you've never said it this boldly before. I am wealthy. I say it, and it is so. Chapter 3. I speak money into my reality. Money is not out there. It's not locked inside banks or trapped behind some gate you need to earn your way through. Money is here. Money is now. And it responds to your presence, your power, your tone. You don't wait for money to find you. You call it. You speak it. You hold up your frequency like a lighthouse and watch the waves of wealth wash in. This is not imagination. This is invocation. This is mastery in motion. You are not just thinking rich thoughts. You are coding your world with your words. Each sentence is an instruction. Each I am is a key. You are not helpless. Your voice carries the architecture of creation. When you speak money into your reality, you are not speaking fiction. You are activating fact. A deeper truth. One that has always been waiting beneath the surface of your conditioning, ready to rise. Say it. I speak money into my life. I don't whisper it. I own it. I don't ask for it. I welcome it. I don't negotiate with lack anymore. I retire every story of struggle. I write a new story, now in present tense, in full power, with no apologies. I do not beg the universe. I partner with it. Right now, the words I say are becoming the world I live in. You were taught to speak what you see, but that's backward. Speaking what you see only creates a loop. Keep speaking about lack, and lack loops back to you. Keep calling yourself broke, and your subconscious believes it's true. But when you speak what you choose, when you speak wealth before you see it, you break the cycle. You override the inertia of your past and put power in motion. You bend the timeline forward, and what once seemed far becomes right here, right now. Say it again. I speak money into my hands, into my bank account, into my body, my breath, my being. I speak money into every room I walk in. I speak money into my ideas. I speak money into my path. I speak money into my energy field. I speak money into the air around me, and everything responds. There is no resistance when I speak with full alignment. There is only resonance. Wealth hears me. Wealth knows my tone. It recognizes its name in mine. Let the frequency of your words become your new normal. You don't just speak for a moment, you speak as a lifestyle. Affirmations are not just rituals, they are reprogramming. So repeat it while washing the dishes. Say it in the shower. Say it before bed. Say it in line at the store. Let ordinary moments be flooded with extraordinary truth. Let your casual thoughts drip with gold. You are the mountain that echoes wealth. Your voice is the awakening bell. And every time you say I am rich, you're not just convincing yourself. You're sending a message to the quantum field, to the atoms around you, to the whole pattern of your life. Systems begin to rearrange when you speak as the one who already has. Doors unlock, paths reveal, bills shrink, ideas flow, opportunities multiply, all because you chose to utter what was once unspeakable with power, with purpose, with finality. This is not magic. This is alignment. Your words get under your skin. They seep into your cells. They build new neural pathways and anchor new emotional truths. You become relaxed with richness, comfortable with cash, fluent in fortune. And when your whole nervous system is familiar with wealth, it rushes to meet your voice, not as a wish, but as a match. So speak with no hesitation. Speak money into your mornings before the world speaks worry to you. Speak money into your relationships, into your business, into your body. Let your whole life become a symphony of abundance. The world bends to your vibration, and your vibration follows your voice. This is the feedback loop of the rich. I speak it. I believe it. I receive it. I speak more. Right now, your words are working. Right now, your declarations are architecting. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for proof. Become what you desire by saying it now. Be the evidence. I speak money into my reality because my voice is sacred. My voice is powerful. My voice is the key. I don't speak lack. I don't speak limitation. I don't speak maybe. I speak money. I speak as the wealthy being I already am. And now, my world responds in kind. Chapter 4. My voice creates my rich identity. Your identity isn't luck. It's language. The richest version of you is not locked behind your bank app. It's coded in your voice, primed in your frequency, activated every time you speak as the wealthy being you were born to be. If you've been waiting for money to crown you rich, stop. That's not how this works. You're not made rich by digits. You're made rich by definition. And definition lives in your voice. When you speak, universes are built or dismantled. Whole realities shapeshift to obey your vibration. But most people don't realize it. They whisper stories built by fear. They agree with lack. They repeat beliefs they inherited, not beliefs they desire. No wonder the world reflects the wrong wealth. But you're remembering something different. You're waking up your creative power. You're realizing that your voice isn't just expression. It is creation. Every time you say, I am rich, you are coding your subconscious to match that identity in full. You're not speaking as a wish. You're speaking as a decision. Your voice is not casual. Your words are not fluff. The world has tried to tame your tongue, to make you shy with your power, to make you polite with your prosperity. But you are done being subtle with abundance. You are done whispering wealth. From this chapter forward, you are choosing to speak as someone who knows. who believes, who doesn't need proof because the proof is already vibrating inside. Let your voice go first, and let the proof chase it. Maybe you thought rich people came from different families, went to different schools, got different chances. But wealth doesn't come from where you've been, it comes from who you choose to be now. And how do you become? How do you embody? With your voice, with your words, with your breath, declaring the blueprint of abundance over and over until there is no room left for poverty in your mind, your body, your spirit, or your speech. You get to re-identify. You get to rebuild the internal mirror. You get to cement, layer by layer, a rich identity through repetition. Watch how healing it becomes to say it aloud. Left double quotation mark. Notice how it calls pieces of you forward you didn't know were hiding. That's the power of speaking truth in a world that trains you to stay silent. Your voice is the permission slip and the proclamation. Don't wait to feel qualified. Speak until it feels true. That is the work. They told you your voice wasn't enough to change things, but they were wrong. It's the only thing that can. Identity is not what you were handed. Identity is what you decide and repeat. The inner becomes the outer. The spoken becomes the seen. Speak wealth until your posture lifts, until your decisions shift, until you greet bills with belief instead of fear, until the most normal thought in your nervous system is, of course I have money. Of course I'm taken care of. Of course I am rich. I always was. Let your voice shatter smallness. Let it echo into every cell. Don't wait for silence to get loud. Make your declarations in the car, in the mirror, in the shower. Wealth is a rhythm now. You structure your days with sound. You fill your home with the tones of success. People will wonder what changed, not knowing you rewired your reality with nothing but your breath and boldness. That is power. That is magnetic. That is the identity of someone who no longer begs for money, but commands it with presence. So speak now. Speak richly. Speak often. Your voice is the drumbeat of your fortune. Your words are the architecture of your identity. You don't have to fake it. You just have to feel it. And if you can feel it, you can say it. And if you can say it, you can live it. Say it again. Left double quotation mark. Let every conversation, every journal entry, every passing thought be steeped in the sound of affluence. Where your voice goes, your life follows. This is not about waiting to become rich. This is about remembering you already are, and then daring to say it louder, longer, with more certainty than ever before. You are not pretending, you are proclaiming. You are not manifesting from the outside in. You are manifesting from the inside out. The wealth you speak is the wealth you meet. The identity you declare is the identity you magnetize. So speak it, again, and again, as wealth listens, aligns and responds. Chapter 5. Every time I say I am rich, it becomes more real. I am rich. And every time I say it, I believe it more. Every time I say it, it becomes less like a wish. Don't have to prove your richness. You speak it. You don't chase it. You become it. And becoming begins with one decision: to let your voice hold more power than your fear. There is a rewiring every time you speak with intention. This is more than repetition. This is transformation. Your nervous system feels it. The frequency of those 3 words, I am rich. At first, your mind may fight it. It will reach for reasons, for proof, for evidence that you can say such bold things. And that's okay. Let resistance rise. Speak anyway. Speak through the doubt. Speak over the noise. Because at some point, your subconscious surrenders. It accepts. It adapts. And when it roots into that new belief, reality catches up faster than your mind can comprehend. And more like a memory, a truth, a fact I've always known but finally let myself feel. You say it when you don't feel it. Say it when your bank balance trembles. Say it when your bills are due. Especially then. Especially when the physical contradicts the spiritual. That is the initiation. Will you let the outer world dictate your truth? Or will you keep speaking until the outer world bends to match your inner decree? Say it again, even if your voice shakes. Say it again until it steadies. Say it again until it thunders. Your voice is building new structures in the mind. Each I am rich is a beam, a foundation, a door opening into the life you've already claimed vibrationally. The mind begins to obey the voice, and as your identity shifts from scarcity to sufficiency, your actions change, your decisions change. You hold yourself differently. You walk into rooms like wealth belongs in the same breath as your name, and the universe, always listening, responds. It mirrors back what you've already chosen to believe. There is no timeline on manifestation, but there is acceleration in repetition. Every time you say it, it becomes more alive. Every time you say it, it becomes more familiar. Every time you say it, the distance between there and here collapses. You are rich energetically now, and your spoken word is rushing the evidence to match. This is how identity is forged, in the furnace of faith. You don't wait for proof to speak it. You speak it like you already have the proof, knowing that inner alignment always rewrites the outer picture. You say, I am rich, until your whole being reverberates with certainty. You become the frequency of abundance, before abundance shows in physical form. That's the law. That's the gateway. That's the power of your energy when it's shaped by the spoken word. You are not pretending. You are remembering. You are not faking it. You are awakening it. Richness is not outside of you. It's in your roots, your DNA, your divine design, and every declaration chips away at the layers that told you otherwise. Society may have programmed fear, lack, guilt, but your soul speaks a different language. It speaks truth in present tense. It speaks as if it already is. When you say, I am rich, you are breaking generational silence. You are claiming what others were too scared to reach for. You are activating timelines that have been waiting for your permission. It's not a matter of if. It's not a matter of when. It's now. It's always now. Because the frequency of wealth lives in that declaration. Say it in whispers at first, if you must. But don't stop. Say it until your cells catch on. Say it until wealth feels like your natural state, not a goal, not a chase, not a struggle. Just who you are. Every time I say I am rich, it becomes more real. Every time I choose that thought, I build new neural pathways. I wire wholeness. I magnetize money. I stabilize power. These are not just mantras. These are monuments to a new life I am creating. Brick by brick, word by word. Every affirmation is a contract with my future, signed in the ink of belief. And the universe, it delivers on every signature. Say it now. Say it louder. Say it because it's who you are. I am rich. And every time I say it, reality rises to meet it. Chapter 6. I am not hoping, I am declaring. Hope is soft. Hope is sweet. But hope is not a strategy. You've spent enough years hoping money would come, wishing you had more, waiting for some cosmic handout or stroke of luck to mark the arrival of your wealth. Hope hangs in the air, it floats, it drifts, it delays. But declaration? Declaration lands with weight. Declaration hits the ground, builds foundations, and rearranges the environment around it. When you go from hoping to declaring, you trigger a total shift in energy. You stop pleading, you stop shrinking, you stop bargaining with the universe, and instead, you assume the throne you've always owned, the one that says, I call this into me, being because I am the source. Say it loud. I am not hoping for money. I am not wishing for wealth. I declare it now. I speak it as done. I command my reality to align with what I know to be true. I am wealthy by nature. I rich by decision. I walk in abundance because I no longer entertain anything less. This is the moment you graduate from passive energy to creative authority. Hoping keeps your power out of reach. Declaring brings it into your hands. You don't hope the sun rises. You expect it, because it's law. Let that be your new frequency with wealth. You don't hope to be rich. You expect it, you speak it, and you live as if it's already yours, because it is. You are not asking for permission. You are not begging for blessings. You are not waiting on a genie or a gatekeeper or someone else's permission slip. Your wealth is yours to summon, not later, not someday, but now. You decide the level. You decide the flow. You decide the overflow. And that decision begins in your mouth. I am rich. Say it with total conviction. Say it like it's already tattooed on your reality. Because when you say it, truly say it, the universe has no choice but to bow to the vibration of your voice. This is not about pretending. Pretending tries to fool the mind. Declaring upgrades it. When you declare, I am rich, you are not faking it, you are activating it. You are pressing the internal button that opens the energetic gates. And the longer you stay in that state, the more evidence you receive that matches the frequency you've chosen. Declaring isn't making something up. It's revealing what's already yours in the unseen. You no longer see money as something far away. You don't chase it. You don't stress over it. You don't obsess over how or when. You speak, and it answers. You declare, and it responds. You affirm, and it begins. Because money listens to certainty, and certainty is only ever born through declaration. Repeat this truth with your whole chest. I no longer wish. I choose. I no longer dream in delay. I speak into now. My words are loaded with the creative force of wealth. My tongue is aligned with the frequency of abundance. My affirmations are not empty sounds. They are sacred activations. My voice is the currency that calls money to me in ways I could never plan, through channels I didn't even know existed. You don't need to explain it to anyone. You don't need to justify your abundance mindset, even when others don't understand it. Hope pleases people. Declaration disrupts comfort. But truth is not for everyone, it's for the one who knows. And you reading this have remembered what you always knew deep within. I am not hoping for money, I am declaring it. Let this be your new standard, your non-negotiable identity. Feel the shift under your skin. Your energy is rising, your doubts are dissolving, your anxiety about money is melting under the weight of your voice. Feel that? That's dominion, that's sovereignty. That's the frequency of someone who knows they are supported, funded, and fully resourced by something greater, and they activate it boldly. Keep speaking, keep declaring, keep choosing power, because you owe no one an explanation for being rich. You are not selfish, you are not shallow, you are not greedy, you are aligned. And alignment always attracts abundance. One more time, louder than ever. I am not hoping, I am declaring. I am wealthy, I am flooded, I am financed, I am favored, I am surrounded. I am resourced, I am connected, I am powerful, I am ready. I don't wait, I speak it. I don't beg, I breathe it. I don't wish, I walk in it. Every cell in my body is listening. Every atom around me is responding. Every money gate is opening. I am rich, not by accident, but by decree. So it is. Chapter 7. I am a magnet for wealth, abundance, and overflow. You are not chasing wealth. You are attracting it. You are not begging for money, you are drawing it to you like light to light, like gravity to gravity. You are a magnet. You don't have to hustle for your worth. You don't have to prove your value, because right now, in this moment, your frequency is calling wealth in. Money hears your voice. Abundance recognizes your energy. You don't need to run after it. You relax, and it arrives. You return to your truth, and it finds its way to you. You speak with power, and it rearranges itself to reflect your inner world. I am a magnet for wealth, abundance, and overflow, not because of what I do, but because of who I am. When you say, I am a magnet, you shift from effort to alignment. You allow, you open, you receive. The more you rest in this identity, the more clearly the world reflects it back to you. You are magnetic by design, not because you're perfect, not because you've earned it, but because your energy, your I am, is the most powerful force you own. When you say, I am a magnet, you're amplifying your receiving field, you're letting go of resistance, you're inviting what already belongs to you to come home. You don't chase what's yours, you remember that it's already in motion, already in flow, already on its way, bending around time and logic to land directly in your hands. I don't worry about where the money comes from. I don't calculate every outcome. I am not projecting fear, I'm projecting truth. And the truth is, I expect overflow. I expect unexpected money. I expect consistent money. I expect increase, not decrease. I expect wealth to find me in every form imaginable. Why? Because I am a magnet, and magnets don't strategize, they don't try, they attract. I walk into a room, and wealth leans in. I speak a sentence, and opportunities appear. I trust the pull of my energy more than the push of my mind. You have already planted the seeds. The affirmations you've spoken, the inner shifts you've chosen, the brave I am rich declarations. Those have rearranged your frequency. The roots are deep now. The soil is nourished. And the harvest begins with this knowing. Wealth is coming because it wants to, because it gets to, because it's being pulled by your power, by your decision, by your belief. I am a magnet for wealth, abundance, and overflow. And the more I say this, the more my field becomes undeniable. My subconscious listens. My nervous system unwinds. My body starts to walk differently, look differently, speak differently. I am not someone trying to be rich. I am someone designed to be rich. This magnetism cannot be hidden. It speaks before I enter the room. It broadcasts through my gestures, my eyes, my choices. It's a signature frequency. Wealth finds me, not because I chase it, but because I embody it. I walk like someone money wants to be around. I think like someone opportunities fight to get to. I rest like someone who lives in perpetual increase. I do not shrink for fear of being too much. I do not apologize for the wealth I know is mine. I let it come closer. I let it show up big. I let it exceed every context of logic and limitation. Say it again. Magnet for wealth, abundance, and overflow. Say it even when it feels like a stretch, especially when it feels like a stretch. That gap between who you've been and who you're becoming is not emptiness. It is reinvention. Every repetition calibrates you higher. Every loop of belief draws more to you. Every moment you return to this truth, the magnet strengthens, the field expands, the flow accelerates. You don't need to know how. You just need to remember who you are in truth, a powerful attractor of all that is good, opulent, and overflowing. Let your life speak back to you in cash, in kind, comfort, in miracles, in overflow, because that is your normal, not lack, not limitation, not waiting. Your standard is wealth. Your default is increase. Your vibration is unmatched. You are a magnet for money. You are a magnet for miracles. You are a magnet for beauty, bliss, and abundance in forms you haven't even imagined yet. Let it rush toward you. Let it astound you. Let it cover you, again and again, and then again. You don't have to earn it. You just have to allow it. You just have to say, I am a magnet for wealth, abundance, and overflow. And so it is. Chapter 8. I am aligned with the frequency of fortune. You do not chase fortune. You match it. You harmonize with it. You tune yourself to the same station as wealth, and wealth finds you like a song played on the perfect frequency. That means there is no need to beg, prove, hustle, or convince. Your job is resonance. Your work is alignment. You are not here to figure out how the money comes. You are here to declare that you are already at the frequency where money loves to arrive. Say it. I am aligned with the frequency of fortune. Say it like it's the truest thing you've ever known, because it is. Every time your lips form these words, every time your inner world begins to buzz and hum with the vibration of abundance, you become a beacon, a lighthouse of wealth. Power doesn't yell, it aligns. It doesn't demand, it draws in. That's what your energy does now. Your field is rich. Your aura is magnetic. Your identity is drenched in the hum of divine plenty. If you've ever felt poor, limited, or left out, it was never the truth of you. It was just interference. Static noise from scarcity programs passed down, downloaded, absorbed. But now, you're clearing the static. You're tuning your instrument. Now you are deliberate with what you broadcast. Wealth is a language. Money is musical. And you are fluent in the rhythm of receiving. Every time you say, I am aligned with the frequency of fortune, you move into tune. And when you're in tune, fortune has no choice but to catch your vibe and join your song. Are you starting to feel it? That subtle shift in your nervous system. That knowing that money is not earned solely by labor, it arrives by magnetism. You are no longer obsessed with chasing a goal miles away. You are claiming the energy of completion, wholeness, and prosperity now. Not when clients pay, not when deals close. Now, richness is alive in this breath. Abundance ripples every time you open your mouth and speak truth into the air. Your truth. I am aligned with the frequency of fortune. The old world taught you to be realistic, but reality was just the echo of low-frequency thoughts. You're not obeying echoes anymore. You're setting your own tone. You are new. That means you walk differently. You speak with weight. You move with knowing. You begin to notice how money no longer feels far away, because it's not. It's magnetic dust floating to you, sticking to your field, gathering in your hands. The moment you stop doubting your frequency and start embodying it, you become a vessel for overflow. You become a channel that wealth flows through, not because you're trying so hard, but because you've remembered what was always true. You were never separate from fortune. You just had to align. You just had to clear the noise, speak the new code, and stay in the rhythm. You don't raise your vibration once. You hold it, you live it, you speak it all day, every day, until it's the only language your soul speaks fluently. You declare it when you wake up. You whisper it while your hands pour coffee. You breathe it in. You exhale it out. I am aligned with the frequency of fortune. Again, 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 until you don't just say it. You are it. No more conditions. No more delay. You are not becoming rich. You are aligned now. That's how power speaks. Present tense. Present truth. I am aligned with the frequency of fortune. My words vibrate with gold. My life hums with yes. Money is not elusive. It is searching for someone like me. Someone tuned in, turned on, and walking in complete alignment with abundance. I am that someone. I am that field. I am that frequency. Let the wealth come. Let it pour. Let it land.
I'm already aligned.
Chapter 9. I am already rich. Reality is catching up. I am already rich. Fully, completely, undeniably rich. In presence and frequency and identity. And the world around me is simply adjusting to what's already true. I don't need to force it. I don't need to beg for it. I don't need to hustle to prove it. I just need to stay here, rooted, sure, spoken. I am rich and reality is catching up. This is the sacred dance of manifestation, where being comes before seeing. The moment I say it and choose to believe it, I create energetic proof. Reality is always reacting. It's listening. It's recalibrating. It's aligning itself to match the internal truth that I keep giving voice to. I know this because I've felt it. The shift inside my body when I speak wealth like a native language, not a borrowed wish. That feeling is my evidence. That peace is my confirmation. That certainty is the proof that my wealth is not coming. It has come. I don't need the external world to rush. It's not behind. It's right on time. Because I am not waiting, I am welcoming. I am not wishing, I am walking in wealth. From this frequency, I already have the money. I already have the options. I already have the lifestyle. I already have the overflow. And because I hold that in my being, I belong with it in the physical. I refuse to live in delay. When my words dissolve time, every declaration moves me forward. Every spoken I am rich builds a bridge from the unseen to the seen. The how is handled by alignment. The when is decided by frequency, and my job is to keep declaring what already belongs to me. I no longer ask, where is it? I know where it is. It's in the process of arriving, matching, reflecting me. When it shows up, it will look like a miracle to those who never understood the power of the spoken self. But for me, abundance is a response. Wealth is a mirror. Prosperity is punctual to the identity I maintain. I say I am rich, and time responds with speed. I say I am rich, and opportunities unfold from places I couldn't even anticipate. Why? Because I stopped shrinking into confusion. I stopped apologizing for my certainty. I stopped living like my words were too big for me to fill. My words are not too big. They are made for where I'm going. They are shaped for the version of me I am becoming. In fact, they are the reason I get there. I am already rich. The account is catching up. The home is catching up. The career is catching up. The collaborations, the clients, the cash, all catching up. Why would I let delay trick me into doubt? Why would I believe what I see before I believe what I say? No, I trust my voice more than I trust my vision, because it's my voice that makes the vision possible. Every I am rich drips with recalibration. Every time I say it, the old parts of me that once settled for less are flushed out. Every time I declare it from my chest, the younger version of me who was afraid to be seen is healed. This is the internal wealth work, not to manufacture enoughness, but to remember it, to claim what's already inside, to speak from overflow, until everything outside my body gets the memo. I don't need to keep explaining myself to people who don't understand declaration. I don't need them to get it. I just need to keep saying it, and acting from it, and living from it. I don't negotiate with my richness anymore. I live in it, even in the silence, even in the space between words and manifestation. I trust the process because I know who I am, and who I am is wealthy. I am rich. I feel it right now, in the quiet, in the stillness, in the breath. I don't chase wealth. Wealth responds to my stillness because my stillness says, I already have it. This is the kind of energy that makes money magnetize to me, not just because of what I do, but because of who I be, and I be rich. I walk different now. I choose different now. I don't shrink into scarcity just because someone else can't see what I already know. I know what's coming, but more importantly, I know what already is. I am aligned with my next level as I speak. I can feel it pressing against my skin. There is no delay, just distribution. And distribution follows decision, so I decide again. I am rich, and I stay rich. I don't just speak it once and walk away. I rehearse it. I become fluent in it. I whisper it in the back of my mind while standing in line at the grocery store. I echo it while filling my tank, while choosing my meals, while watching the sunset. Because the frequency doesn't turn off when I'm not speaking. The frequency builds itself inside my being, until everything I touch becomes evidence. I am already rich, not because the world said so, but because I said so, and the world will echo back in time. Chapter 10. I am rich, and it feels normal now. There was a time when saying, I am rich, felt foreign, like wearing clothes not yet tailored to your energy. It felt oversized, dangerous, or maybe like pretending. That time is gone. You've repeated the truth so many times, it no longer echoes back in fear, but in recognition. The discomfort has dissolved. The delay has expired. What once felt like a stretch is now a second skin. You're not trying this on anymore. You're living it. You're walking in it. Your subconscious no longer searches for proof. It recognizes the command. Why? Because you've made wealth your native language. There is nothing loud or forced about this version of you. There is ease. There is grace. There is no catching up to your identity. You are already there. You don't need to convince anything or anyone anymore. The energy is integrated. You speak I am rich, not as a rehearsal, but as a remembrance. You speak it like you say your name, naturally, without hesitation, without explanation. Your body has heard it enough. It now responds in the frequency of facts, not fantasy. This is the spiritual maturity of money manifestation. When wealth becomes your normal, overflow becomes your baseline. This is where magic turns to momentum. You're not activating wealth from the outside in. You are radiating it from the inside out. You're not chasing, you're choosing. You're not reaching, you're receiving. Because rich no longer feels far away. It feels inevitable. It feels embedded. It feels like who you've always been, even in the moments when your circumstances didn't show it yet. You realize now that the circumstances were always lagging behind the truth. And the truth, it's catching up with speed. This is where your rich identity starts running on autopilot. You open your mouth, and wealth flows. You think a thought, and abundance answers. You walk into a room, and opportunities rise to greet you. Because when richness feels normal, alignment becomes your atmosphere. Your energy becomes magnetic, not because you're forcing it, but because you are it. You are the match. You are the signal. You are the undeniable frequency of answered prayers. And the universe, it cannot unhear a voice that knows its power. There is no more urgency here. Just certainty, just trust, just presence. Isn't that what we all want? To finally feel safe with wealth, to not oscillate between hope and fear, but to rest in the knowing that money is normal, abundance is expected, and overflow is natural. That's the shift. When richness stops feeling like a miracle and starts feeling like your morning coffee. You assume it, you expect it, you live it. Many people scream, I need more money. But you whisper, of course it's already mine. Not because of arrogance, but because of alignment. You don't need to scream when the truth is already inside. Feel how peaceful wealth becomes when it's not used to define you, but to reflect you. It's not the source of your identity, it is the symptom of it. Richness on the outside is the evidence of richness within. So you keep speaking it, not because you doubt it, but because it's who you are. This isn't about motivation anymore. This is about maintenance, ritual, rhythm. You've trained your nervous system, you've trained your tongue, and now the money is trained to respond. You've become its home. You've become its match. This is the miracle of normalizing wealth. You stop gripping, and you start allowing. You stop overthinking, and you start receiving. You are no longer the struggler. You are no longer the skeptic. You are no longer the one who waits. You are the one who owns. You are the one who walks in. You are the one who embodies ease, overflow, and elegance. Say it again, but this time, feel the difference. I am rich, and it feels normal now. I am rich, and that surprises no one. I am rich, and that is simply who I am. This is the new baseline. This is the default setting. You've coded it into your bloodstream, not with logic, but with language, not through striving, but through speaking. So keep speaking, keep being, keep walking like everything hears you, because it does. It already has. Chapter 11. I am the voice of wealth, and it responds to me. You are not silent in the realms that matter. You may think you've whispered dreams into the void, hoping someone, something, heard you, but in truth, your voice has always been powerful, electric, alive. It shapes mountains, it bends reality, it wakes up destiny. You are not here to plead with the universe. You are here to speak as the universe. You are the voice of wealth, and when you speak, money listens, abundance leans in, prosperity rearranges itself to reflect your command. This is not pretending. This is not wishing. This is remembering what you've always known deep in your womb, in your spine, in your breath. You were born to speak riches into being. Most people don't feel poor because they lack money. Most people feel poor because they've become voiceless in their own lives. They repeat what was handed to them: struggle, grind, silence, settling. They speak more about problems than promises. But you are choosing a different song. You are choosing to let your voice be the vibration of opulence. You are choosing a new language, the language of I choose, the language of I am, the language of I decide, and creation agrees. Your nervous system, they still flinch when you say it. I am wealthy, I am prosperous, I am abundant now. But that flinch is just the old software trying to run its last lines of code, and your voice, awakened, rich, anchored, is the override. Say it again. Say it louder. Say it softly like a lullaby, but say it, because every time you do, you are realigning your entire field. You are reminding your reality who's in charge. Your voice is the conductor of this new symphony. And the money, the clients, the overflow, they're just instruments following your lead. You are not waiting for proof anymore. Proof is your echo, but your voice is the origin. Speak first, reality replies second. That's the law. That's the rhythm. That's the way you were divinely built to operate. You don't need permission to speak in the currency of your soul. When you align your words with wealth, it's not a performance, it's an initiation. It's where the divine in you wakes up and says, it is time. Line it up, fill the vaults, open the gates. I am ready now, because I'm speaking now. Let it be your morning mantra, your walking meditation, your sleep soundtrack. Left, double quotation mark. The more you speak from greatness, the more greatness appears around you. The more you affirm richness, the more rich moments you meet. No matter what the numbers report, your voice reports truth to heaven, and heaven always delivers. There is a frequency to fortune, and you are humming it with every declaration. This is why you can't stay quiet anymore. Not about who you are, not about what you carry. The world doesn't need another humble whisper. The world needs the wealth of your sound, the holy roar that says, I was not just made for money, I was made to command it. You are not chasing money, you are directing it. You are not chasing opportunities, you are summoning them. You are not trying, you are stating. You are not hoping, you are deciding, and everything listens. You are not just speaking for yourself anymore. Every time your lips shape the phrase, I am rich, you are setting an example. You are becoming a lighthouse, a portal, a transmission that others feel without knowing why. Your voice unlocks others. Your wealth normalizes wealth for those around you. This is not ego, this is legacy. You are the voice of wealth, not just for your bank account, but for your bloodline. So speak as someone who's already heard the yes. Speak as someone who knows their worth. Speak as someone who no longer filters their faith down to fit inside old limitations. Your voice is the authority now. Your voice is the strategy. Your voice is the frequency. You command riches when you live like every word you speak is law. And it is. Say it one more time, with every cell alert, with every atom awake. I am the voice of wealth, and it responds to me. Chapter 12. I am rich because I decided to be. Somewhere along the way, someone told you wealth was for the chosen few, that prosperity had to be earned through sacrifice, struggle, or status, that you needed permission, proof, or a plan. But truth doesn't wait for permission. Power doesn't beg to be noticed. And wealth obeys the one with the decision. You're not rich because the world gave it to you. You're rich because you chose to be. You decided. And decision is the most magnetic force in the universe. More than desire, more than hustle, more than hope. Decision is the moment the universe recalibrates to serve you what you've already claimed. It's the line in the sand where identity is solidified. And when you say, I am rich because I decided to be, you make wealth your birthright instead of your bonus. You stop waiting and you start embodying. You eliminate the gap between someday and see now. Because wealth was never coming to you. It's been waiting on you to decide. Wealth is not a reward. It is a recognition, a reflection of the inner authority that says, I will not bend to my circumstances, they will bend to me. That authority lives within you, right now. That sovereign voice that can rise above conditions, beyond limitations, and declare, this is who I am, without apology or explanation. When you decide to be rich, you do not ignore physical reality, you declare a higher one. You override old programming. You break generational scarcity with one unshakable truth. I am rich now, and that's final. There's a moment in every wealthy person's journey that looks the same. The moment they stop negotiating with doubt and start speaking with power. They don't always say it out loud, but you can feel it. They decided. They decided they would no longer identify with lack, with just enough, with cycles that drained their joy and shrunk their options. They said, not anymore. And then they said, from now on, I rise wealthy. Everything about me speaks abundance. My energy, my choices, my expectations, all of it. And you are standing in that moment, right now. This isn't about pretending. It's about aligning. It's about closing your eyes and remembering who you were before limitation taught you fear. It's peeling back the layers of hesitation until the voice underneath reappears. Pure, bold, certain. That voice doesn't ask, am I allowed to be rich? It commands, I am rich because I have chosen to be. It doesn't look around for approval. It builds a new world from within. You are not here to wait. You are not here to waver. You are here to lead your reality. You are here to be the one who shifted timelines, who broke through lack by becoming a living declaration of abundance. Wealth is not a destination, it's a decision. And the most powerful decision comes from your inner authority, not external validation, not numbers, not stats, not circumstances. Your word is enough. Your voice is law. Your identity is authorship. You get to write how this story goes. Speak it until doubt loses its grip. Declare it until your nervous system aligns with the frequency of more than enough. Choose it until it becomes identity. Say it even when no one understands, because wealth doesn't wait for the crowd. Wealth follows the one who commands it with clarity, the one who speaks power as if it were oxygen, the one who walks with silent certainty because they decided, and that was enough. I am rich because I decided to be. Say it, breathe it, and from this moment forward, live it. Because nothing is more magnetic than a soul in decision. And wealth has already heard you. Wealth is already responding, because you finally remembered. You are not waiting. You decided. And that changed everything.